Johnny, we back. It's time for the Maui Hala Sulahan
Dude, we
Mondays
don't have much
episode.
of February left, do we?
February's almost come and gone. Whale soup, Johnny.
It is almost toast, man. So yesterday, in line with the glamorous life of a luxury Maui realtor, I was in our Lahaina Shores listing, mopping it and cleaning it for the final walkthrough we did today.
Hey,
Everybody thinks it's all about, high-priced vehicles, nice clothes, and collecting commission checks. It's a lot of cleaning and dump runs, I will let you know, guys.
and dusting and cleaning bird
Yeah,
poop off the lanai.
because a lot of clients don't actually live here. They can't do it on their own. So that's the truth of it. And
Speaking
dude,
of that,
starting out with that listing, man, we started out in the hole on that guy, and we're going to end up closing sooner.
things happen. It's not always fuzzy bunnies and rainbows.
Don't grade me on the easy deals, man. Anybody can do those. Let's talk about what happens when things go crazy. What are you going to do then?
Water
You're going to
falling through the
communicate.
ceiling.
You're going to communicate with people. You're going to show them exactly what's going on. And more importantly, you don't show them everything until you have a potential solution, Danny, because guess what they're going to ask you when you tell them about the problem?
Whoa.
What are we going to do? Well, let me tell you, here's the problem, and here's our potential solution. And then this is the second option for you. Which do you
Johnny,
like
I got to say,
better?
the number one characteristic that I'm looking for if I decide to work with someone, if we
Yes.
decide to work with someone,
Yes.
responsiveness.
Agreed.
If they are responsive, we can work through anything. Easy, difficult, tragic, nightmarish. Doesn't matter. As long as there's responsiveness, there's back and forth communication. We're going to work through it and it's going to be awesome. And there's going to be glowing reviews on both sides at the end. So
You
if
are so
you are
true.
not a responsive person,
Yeah.
we may not work well together.
It's difficult. I mean, because lack of responses allows the human mind to imagine and fantasize. And it's never good fantasies when you're in these situations. So, yeah, man. Grateful to
That's
get
it.
that one done.
So I've been hearing it's kind of gray. There's some disappointment in the air that people escaped the Pacific Northwest and their cold winter homes, and they're kind of upset that Maui is also a bit gray right now, Johnny.
It's been a windy February. And in the world of being a part-time weatherman, they say it's because it's La Nina, right? So you've got El Nino and La Nina. One is the warming of the oceans, the other is the cooling, and it messes with our weather over here. So they say 60% of the time, La Nina in effect, February in Hawaii is going to be very windy. And whenever we have heavy northeast trade winds, it blows in heavy trade showers. So literally, dude, I am coming down the bypass in Lahaina, and I mean, literally from Kaanapali to where I live, I could not even see it. Like Molokai gray, everything completely hidden in rain
Wow.
clouds. And then Lahaina side towards Kihei, still inclement, but bright, sunny, windy, different. So that's Maui for you in a nutshell.
There you have it, especially this time of the year. I mean, February is kind of the one-ish month of the year where you do see a bit more gray skies from my experience. And then, of course, the alternative is you get whales everywhere. So there's some joy to be there, but I think for the people looking for pure sunshine, not always the best time to be on Maui.
There were some sad people, So I believe that this whole February ski week actually centers around the President's Day holiday.
Yeah.
I think some schools give you the entire week off because, again, I saw lots of kiddies here. And so I'm sure when it was raining, maybe a little bummed out.
And they got some crazy snow in the mountains in California and up and down. I mean, so they chose the beach instead of being stuck on the highway to Tahoe. So I don't know which the better alternative.
Yeah, cold.
But I think
70.
the biggest news of the day, Johnny, is what's happening in Mexico.
Dude, I mean,
So
that is
the
some
reason
crazy
why,
town.
I mean, even bring it up is because we have so many people that we talk to that reach out to us, that engage about Maui real estate, that end up kind of saying, like, I think we're just going to go to Mexico. I think we're just going to buy something in Mexico. And I mean, in some ways, hard to blame them, right, Johnny? I mean, tacos everywhere, food delicious, prices reasonable, beaches nice, water beautiful. I mean, there's a lot of good things in Mexico. And yet
Agreed.
there's kind of this one sort of thing that's not so nice. and we seen that pop up yesterday.
I mean, dude, when you have a cartel that's actively fighting against your military, you may have allowed them to grow a little too big and have too many weapons of mass
You mean
destruction.
they didn't get this all set up yesterday?
I mean, the one thing you don't want to be in Mexico, it seems to be, is a mayor or a police officer. I mean, what is your life expectancy? I've seen it time and time again. Yeah, burn down the Costco. I mean, dude, I did a surf trip in college where we flew into Guadalajara, rented a car, drove to Barra de Navidad, and then drove all the way down to Puerto Vallarta and surfed along that whole coast there. So it's
Unreal.
nuts, man. I mean, living in Arizona, that was one of my 4 hour, vacations. If we could drive there, it was Rocky Point, Puerto Penasco. So I am Mexican when I'm in the mainland. It just is what it is. He's a Hispanic male. He's a very tall Hispanic male.
Dark
Yep.
Hispanic male.
I
So,
think
I
it's
guess
I think it's cost is what comes down. People seek value in other locations. COVID, we're like, don't worry, John, we didn't get that one. We're going to go buy in Spain anyway, or we're going to Portugal. And you were talking to me about Portugal last week, something
yeah,
about their
I was
prices.
reading year over year that Portugal has the highest increase in real estate prices anywhere in the world. I mean, we've been hearing about how cheap Portugal is, how amazing it is, the wine is great. It's so many good things that people are talking about Portugal.
Yeah.
And now we're starting to see that. I mean, we saw in Spain all the issues with tourism, and Barcelona, they're squirting them with squirt guns, right, at the restaurants
Mm-hmm.
because they're like, "Get out
Little
of here, it's too
protest.
many of you." In Costa Rica, we've seen there's a surfer that was killed and strung up, like, a week ago.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
man.
just a lot of kind of challenges in a lot of different places in the world. And I guess it makes me think about the conversation we had with one of our clients a while back. They're well to do, they've been everywhere, they've traveled, they've done the thing, and, they talk glowingly about a lot of these places. But they say the one thing that we can't get over is none of them feel like Maui. None of them give us that same vibe, that same relaxation, that same, like, we're home in this special place. And I wonder, with all these things going on, we will fully support any decision you make. If you decide Maui's not for you, you want to go to Portugal, we actually have some clients that bought in Portugal and are now real estate agents there. If you prefer
Mm-hmm.
Costa Rica, I mean, Pura Vida, enjoy it. It's amazing down there as well. If you want to go to Mexico, don't tease us with the tacos. Like, it's all your choice at the end of the day. We're here to help facilitate that. But I just wonder if some of these realities start to make you question, is it worth potentially saving some money to go to some of these places where you're not sure if the consulate can come and help you?
Well, it's an interesting discussion because, I mean, one of the first things that people that are kind of interested in getting involved with Maui that don't live here all the time, the first thing they kind of discover for themselves is leasehold, right? Because
Yeah.
they're like, wait a minute, I'm being told all the time that 2 bedroom should be $1 million, but this one's 600. I must be finding the deal of the century.
It's
And
a
then we
deal.
explain it to them, and they're like, well, that doesn't sound like ownership to me. I don't want that. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. And then they go to Portugal or they go to Mexico and they buy themselves a 50 or 100 year lease, which they could then maybe, re up for $1. And that sounds okay to them. And I marvel at that because I'm like, well, that's now leasehold in another country. And, I get this feeling that we as Americans have that we take our laws with us and we just travel around with them. We're basically in an American bubble wherever we are. And that's how people should treat us. But it's not the case. I mean, other countries have
No.
other laws, other controls, and man, they could just say, nope, we're done. Take all that back. So, if it's all about ownership, maybe that's where you shouldn't own it. Just come over here and enjoy yourself. Spend the money. Don't drop $2 million.
So it kind of brings up another topic that we sort of discussed off air, Johnny, and that
Mm,
was, I'm hesitant to get involved with Maui because I feel like I'm taking advantage of the local people and I don't want to be a part of that. And I
yeah.
wasn't going to bring it up today because it feels like a topic for another day. But now that we just talked
Mm.
about ownership and that and kind of challenging people that maybe some of these other locations are not the best idea. I mean, how do you feel about a comment like that? Someone even dropped a comment on our channel this morning, sort of in line with that.
Sure. Well, I kind of look at it from this lens. Like, I'm a person that grew up here, and then I decided to move to the mainland, and I lived there, right? And I was allowed to buy property there, and I was allowed to do other things. And I was amongst other Hawaiian people that were in Arizona as well that had moved there for different reasons that they have. So I reflect on what it would feel like for me if I was getting that kind of backlash for moving around somewhere else. I mean, I just feel like that's one of the great things about our country is we get to move about, and we Hawaiians have moved away as well. I understand that a lot of Hawaiians that live here feel like that's, that was a bad thing. You're priced out of paradise, but people move for all different reasons. I mean, California right now, I think every billionaire is going to leave that state and people move about. My comment is that number one, I do appreciate the sentiment. I appreciate people that care about our community and what's going on. For me, I feel that we're in a situation that's self-made, and
Mm.
it always comes down to supply and demand for me. And so the fact that we just don't, we're like just vehemently against building, it seems like over here. And so then we kind of create our own issues, and then there's emotions that follow around with that. And that's just what I'm kind of seeing for myself. Yeah. If I saw more local people snapping all these condos here, I'd be a lot more excited. But I'm just not. It's not. My phone's not ringing for that segment there. I don't know. Maybe prices have to adjust even more. But I've yet to see this solution, and so maybe I need to wait until 2029, and the effects are going to kick in then. But for my book, that's like 3 years in the future, and the problems are now. So it seems like we want to try everything except for the one that makes the most sense to me, and that's building. And I hear it's because of water and it's this issue, but then we sell the water to developers and they control it, whereas we don't control it. I don't know. I've just heard a lot of, there's one particular economist, grew up in Hawaii. He's on Oahu. His last name, I think it's Paul is his first name, Paul Brubaker. And he talks about how much we used to build in the 70s and then what's happened since we've gotten away from building and how far behind we continuously are. And I keep being told, no, John, the law of supply and demand, the only place it doesn't work is on Maui. Yeah, but I'm watching it
Fascinating.
happen. I'm watching it happen. So am I not supposed to believe my eyes? We're the ones that made it so attractive for people too with our Aloha spirit. And now it feels like we're kind of taking that away. And that's what saddens me the most, man, is I kind of feel like Aloha is like our greatest contribution, and it really is peace. And, for the ills and the wrongs that America did to my people, I mean, we did have Bill Clinton, the president, make a formal apology. So there has
Mm.
been steps towards extending, an olive branch. I really feel that if we were able as a people to forgive what has happened to us, we wouldn't remain in a victim mentality. And I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying all this, but I'm going to speak my mind. Anytime you place yourself as a victim, you take away your control of being able to do things on your own. You are surrendering and saying, I can't do this because of what is happening to me. And I say, rise up.
Go beyond it.
That's it. So that's my thoughts on that.
There you have it. Insight. I mean, I wanted to go there because it's swirling in people's minds. And if we're suggesting, like, hey, you could go to Mexico, but maybe not sensitive clients. I mean, even after the fires, COVID, some of these things, we've had a lot of people reach out and, express concerns about moving to the island, about buying things, about people, about wanting to give money. So it's cool to see that there's a lot of sentiment and care and compassion. And I think a lot of our clients are the people that do care about the community, that thinking about,
That's
creating
what
a hospital
saddens
or
me.
giving their skills or this and that.
That's what saddens me is when people make that comment that they're choosing not to be here because of, those feelings that they have. Basically what happens is somebody that's not so cool could potentially take your place and be over here. So I will share with you. I mean, I honor all, creeds, sexes, races, what have you. I do reserve the right to discriminate based off of character though. And I do feel accountable for the temperament and the character of people that are coming over here. And so, if somebody's going to kind of be a jerk while we're in business, you're already kind of telling me how you're going to show up on the community. And that's when I'll politely say, I don't think we'll work well together, and it's the truth. We won't.
Nope, not at all.
So, yeah.
So there you have it. From the local himself, born and
Mhm.
raised in the island and still has a part of the mainland in him as well.
Racism
Both
is
sides of it.
alive and well in throughout the world. For some reason, right now, we don't like the color white.
Yes, and that is at some point,
Agreed.
and maybe talk about that song that you shared with me. That was pretty
Mr.
entertaining.
Sancho Lee, Mr. Sancho Lee.
Hawaii is very, very interesting. And I mean, I just gotta say, like this when I tell people that I'm working in Hawaii, involved in Hawaii over here in Asia, like people have the coolest stories of being taken in by locals, shown around, cool spots, lunches. I mean, very much like the vibes over here when you're new. Like people take you out to lunch, they show you around, they want to help you. That is ultimately what Hawaii is and has been and continues to be. And unfortunately, you got to sift through that sometimes. So I'll call to
I just
you.
don't
If
want to
you are those
lose.
people, if you are those
Yeah.
people that really care about how local people feel, keep coming. Keep being a part of it. Keep supporting those people. Keep building them up, calling them up, being part
You
of the
know,
community.
for me, like there's a big component of turning the other cheek with the Aloha spirit, right?
Mm.
It's given and given regardless of how you come back at me. And I've always like it just feels like the more that I stand up for my rights as a Hawaiian, it feels like that comes at the cost of me now not giving aloha. I understand that there's all different types. You know, we had Ki'ai Aloha. That's when we were protesting up at Mauna Kea. And so I have an understanding of that, but I really do feel that we begin to lose it as we kind of become more of these scolding and kind of always just love one another. Let's try that.
Let's try that. There's the the call for today.
That's it.
Talked about a few topics there: weather, Mexico, different places, some of the feelings of concern to the local people. And with that, let's jump into the hot list. Hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
this is part of the show. We're going to talk
easy
about
topic.
what's going on in the market. We use that as kind of a launch point, foundation for which to talk about kind of pricing strategies, behaviors of sellers, and things that you should be looking for as potential buyers.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.
Whoa. This
This,
guy wants to sell.
Johnny, feels really like a deal.
I have not seen a Hokulani without a 2 in front of it in a long, long time.
Well,
So,
especially this
guys,
size,
in
2,500 square feet,
terms,
four
it's a
three.
4-bedroom, 3-bath. This is a bad boy. Hokulani Golf Village just churned, guys. You are not near the ocean. You're in the golf course that's by the brewing company, Maui Brew Co. So that's where you are. But these are standalone houses that are technically condominiums. So you do pay a maintenance fees, and there's some benefits there, much along like the Vintage and Kanapali. There's a slew of others, Kaimalu. But man, this is a value here. I'm not seeing much of a view, but it does advertise a bit of a view. And this is a really, really good price for this
Get a sneaky
particular
peek of
segment.
Maui Bay there.
There you go. I mean, you got golf course, you got all this good stuff. But the behavior that we're talking about. So these guys came out 2,140,000 84 days ago, and here
Which
they
was
are at a
kind of
million eight.
the market rate at that time. I mean, everything we've been seeing has been closing right around that 2-1 point, so not too far off.
No, but this is the behavior that you're looking for. For me, this is a fear of loss. And maybe it's because they need the money. I'm not sure because I have not seen a real consistent like drop in price at Hokulani Golf Villas. So this could be personal reasons behind it. But that's a great value for a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,548 square feet. And guys, a million eight is a suggestion. There might be some room still. And if you got cash, they'll pay attention.
They will. That's feeling dealish. I don't think that lasts through the week.
Ono Street, man, Danny, I was looking through here. So this is an agent that we're familiar with. He's doing a slew of price reductions, but man, I think they came out the gates, even with the small square footage, thinking that it would move at sub a million. Obviously, not getting the action they were looking for. And this is built in 1941, so a bit of a historical home, but very modern on the inside. You don't have much of a lot. I'm going to imagine you're in Wailuku proper, the town, which can be very cool. I mean, making it very walkable, nice boutiques, great places to eat. Ono Street means delicious. Where are we in Wailuku, Danny? Hit that for me.
Interesting arrangement in the
Right,
kitchen.
even with small kind yard right there.
Over by the stream.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
There you go. Up 900. I think that one hangs out a little bit. I think you're closer to
I do
850 on
too.
that one.
Yeah, I'm with you there. This one though for Kahului, I mean, kind of a funky setup there. I don't know which house is which. I mean, do I get all of them?
Duplex action, I think.
Mm-hmm. So 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1520 square feet. Again, 83 days in. We're getting haircuts. So some updates throughout.
So another one came out sub a million. They thought it'd move quick, down 100,000. This one
That's
feels
it.
like fairly good value too.
It really does.
I mean, for 1,500 square feet, we're used to seeing a lot of these at 3.1, Johnny, around 1,000
I
square
know.
feet. So seems a
So lots
little bit
really
more to work
small
with.
there too, though. So you can't really develop it. Muli Y. It's another one built in 38. Some nice
These must be
views
all by
there.
the same client, eh?
It feels flippy.
Yeah.
Like they came in and did a little lipstick flip. Agreed.
Beams, small lots. So yeah, here's your 3.1. I mean, totally different houses and opportunities all came in at 999. They're all down in the eights now.
And that's how all flips are priced, man. I swear. You always start out super aspirationally. Ours included.
There you have it.
Royal Kahana, 907. What say you?
I
I mean,
mean, this
these
one's been kind of
some updates.
place, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to sell for a long time now. 2023, 950, 2024, 925, 875, 2024, 875, 2025, and 50. Now we're down to 639. I mean,
I heard a saying by a fellow agent, and it was more on the luxury side, but he said, John, sometimes you want to be the second or third agent that's listing the home. Takes a bit of education. We just watched it from 900 over a series of 3 years. Now we're at 639. Took
and
them
that's
this
where the
long to
market
say
was kind of at in
it was.
2023, 2022 was high, and now it's
But
come down.
they followed the market down, always being just out of price range.
Just out of range. Keep missing it, missing it, missing it. 639. I think these go into fives now. They're just not moving.
I think that would be good value in the fives, man. So this one got my attention because this is kind of, this isn't Wailuku Heights, but I guess Kealani was selling in 2010 because these are the custom lots that sit, between the subdivision portion of the community and Wailuku Heights. But a lot of house, man, and newer house too.
Massive amount of house.
It really is, bro.
And quadruple garage.
Detachi, cuz.
I mean, that's a unique offering for sure in terms of the size, the layout. House itself is kind of interesting. Feels very 2010.
Agreed. That tile, that
Finishes,
carpet.
carpets, get a bit of view.
Yeah,
Haleakala, into the
there it is.
harbor.
I mean,
Malaya
as an
Bay.
alternative to Wailuku Heights, this is potentially good value, man. Definitely a square foot value for sure,
If you like your cars.
right?
1.8. I don't know if I see that.
Kihei Beach, Danny. So this is further down from McKenna, what's thingy, whatever, huh? What's that
Malaya
one called?
Surf. Next to
Malaya Surf.
Malaya
That's it.
Surf. Kitty corner
That's
to the
it.
bake shop in Sugar Beach.
That's why. That's why $1,550,000 for a 1 bedroom bath. It's one of
Yeah, we
those.
just
You just have some of these complexes though, where they get that kind of crazy money, Key
it's a beautiful spot.
Surfside.
There's not
Yep.
much else there.
Yep.
There you go. You got this little extra lanai space to work with. I mean, that's what they're
Mm-hmm.
going on the price for.
That's it.
It's
What
a
is
lot of
it?
extra square footage.
Hotel zone? Do we know? Apartment zone?
I believe it's hotel zone. 1,055,000, but they're down what 60,000, Johnny, in 40 days.
Mm-hmm.
So
They're
showing
finding it. They're looking for it.
showing a little
That's
bit.
what you want to find. Kula
Up to
Kai.
Kula.
Yeah, this one seemed like a value to me for Kula, man.
Fireplace action. I mean, 1,200,000, 3.2 on a third of an acre. Big fireplace, big views. This
I don't know what the
upcountry living.
zoning is, but I got to imagine you can do something there.
Rare level entry pricing.
It
Inside
really is.
neighborhood.
It's catching my attention there because of it.
$20,000 credit available.
Wowza.
There's an attached studio and a detached yoga studio. So there's a few things there to work with. Definitely 1970s-ish house.
What'd they start out at?
1,265,000.
I mean, not that far off. They really feel like they're in the zone.
Well, they're kind of on the low end in the neighborhood, so they feel like it's kind of where they should be. But older house, we've talked about that. A lot of people seem to want kind of newer, remodeled homes. So on this one, Johnny, you sent this one to me in a text
this one
message.
just kind of caught my attention as an alternative, right? This one sits below Maui Terraces. They've got a nice agreement where you can use the pool. Yeah, I mean, a little bigger square footage for a one bedroom, one bath. I haven't seen many come to the market. And prior to this one, I'm used to seeing them all in the fives, you know?
Yeah, these don't come up very often.
You know,
400 residential complex, down 61,000 in 115 days. Low maintenance
got to,
fees.
yeah, lower maintenance fees. You're going to get a bit of road noise, guys. It just is what it is. It's living on the lower road.
Just from the big tires.
That's right.
Mild hood, Johnny.
All right, Danny. This is
Right
one of our
across the
brothers
street.
that brought this one. This brother brought this one. So this one compared to the one that we did the deal of the week, they're very close to each other, if I remember correctly, right? The
Yeah,
three
deal of the
pack.
week is like literally just down the block here.
Yep.
That
So I
was
got a 1344 three bedroom, two bath, smaller lot. I mean, basically a regular size lot, I should say. Still got a two bedroom, one bath. Hit the aerial view if you don't mind. Can you do, well, does it screw things up? I was just
map.
curious how the config is. Do satellite if you don't mind.
It's just
Curious
in
to
the back
see.
kind.
There it is, guys. All
So
righty.
there's a sidewalk on this side that you kind of sneak back there and get to your Ohana.
That. Yeah, compared to the three pack, man, having a tough time seeing that.
So there you go. Super quiet neighborhood. There's not a
Yeah.
lot going on. I used to live across the street for a couple of years. South Point is across the street as well. Katy Corner. The new Hilton timeshare is in this neighborhood. You're a couple blocks to the beach. Not a lot of other amenities in terms of the neighborhood. Decent looking house.
Yeah.
Taking care of it. I think mainly renters have been in this house. I used to go to this house a lot for a Bible study
Mm,
back in the day.
should love
And
that. That's Maui
yeah,
for you.
everything's connected. But there you go. The back lanai, bunch of surf storage. It's all covered. That adds to your square footage. But there you go.
You got basically front yard on this guy here, since cottage takes up most of the back there.
1,495,000. It's a little aspirational.
But we're told to send offers, guys.
Send any offers.
Send offers. We've got a verbal seller that's motivated. 49, Yonikai Villages. Feeling emboldened? Slightly?
A little bit. I mean, I've seen those other guys go for 624, 625. So they're like, we're 75,000 less.
Yeah.
Look at us.
I like the finishes in those other two a lot better.
Yeah, but for 75, could you match those finishes, Johnny? What do you think?
I mean, for sure.
Nice yard space.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's definitely
We
the
shall
advantage of
see.
the downstairs. 549. I
Agreed.
think you're kind of
You there?
perceived market value.
I'll agree with that.
There's some wiggle room.
Always.
This one was a surprise,
I mean,
Johnny. It's coming
dude,
back
me
to market.
Too. I'm tripping on this.
Deal-ish at 1.5.
Really
Big
a
views.
nice value, man. Wave's been
Nice
going
looking
off
house,
when they did
2,300 square
photos.
feet, Kahana Ridge.
Yep.
We were going to drop this as a deal of the week, but it went pending. So we might have to drop it as a deal of the week this week, Johnny.
Agreed.
And a few penders.
Yeah, man. That Pacific Terrace in Keonikai moves. It seems like second home buyers are gobbling up a lot of this particular area. I'm assuming that they're second home buyers. Mm-hmm.
Feels resort-like, nice homes, quiet neighborhood.
That's it.
I mean, look at this remodel.
My goodness. How do I turn everything on?
Out.
How do I
so
turn
many
it all
handles
on?
in that shower? When pending, this massive compound, Kula, 10 milli, 327 days, Johnny. Started at 11, so down a million, 125.
My sister, the attorney's weirdly involved in this deal. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, interesting. So beautiful property.
Agreed.
Took a while, 7,000 square feet. There you go.
Ooh, Ohia. So it moved 33 days in. What'd they start out at?
1,125,000. I mean, perceived market value at 1,000,001.
Yeah. Do one price reduction, show you're a little motivated. Do a nice remodel 2025. So you are seeing behavior change, aren't you, Danny? I mean, I am starting to see people hold off on buying the lesser expensive stuff that maybe needed to be remodeled and maybe going more towards completely redone stuff. I don't know.
I think you're definitely seeing that. Maui Kai action, these always move, Johnny, eventually.
Well, they obviously came out priced right and in the right floor, right? So it's got to be the 10th floor, maybe? Do they go that high? I don't know.
This is 10th floor.
Yeah.
Studio action.
It's a
bit
view
dated
buy
inside.
for sure.
They love the complex, love the view. It's 50. So, I mean, we're talking Royal Kahana, $639 for a 1 bedroom. I mean, this is a studio for $650, but it's definitely, this is someone that loves the complex, loves the area, and that's why they're going for it. Sold action.
Kahului. Yep. Did they
So
get
here
it?
you go.
There you
They got
go.
880
Yeah, always a little room though, right? I mean,
with
that's
cash.
25 days in and out, closed, done.
I mean, this was one when you looked at those earlier ones that we were all looking at, Johnny, at $999.
Yeah.
These
Yep.
guys came in at $899. I mean, it seems like all of those should have came in right around $899 as well. Maybe they would have got
Yeah.
more interest off the bat. They didn't.
Perhaps.
Now they're sitting. This one got 880. I mean, a bit smaller even, 960 square feet.
Those other listings are going for the people that lost out on that guy there now. This caught my attention, Danny. We have watched Pacific Ridge just go through the cycle as they closed out their units here. And best time to buy in a new community is at the beginning and at the end, unless the market's hot at the end.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk of this complex. I think it kind of fell on its face more than anything.
432 days in, started at $1,399,000. I bet that they probably started even above that, maybe, but I don't know that for a fact.
And $1,150,000 at the end of the day.
There you go.
Have at it. I still don't like the red colored wood that they did in those.
Yep. 2 bedroom, 3 bath, interesting configuration. 90 days in, Dunzo. That did it. That did it.
That's why I lay a point.
That did it there, buddy.
But there you go. 3,276, Johnny, about 500,000 under ask with a cash offer.
It is an interesting time to be in real estate.
It's hard to make sense of it. We try to as best as we can here. Hope you find it helpful. Thanks for tuning in. We had a few new subscribers over the weekend, Johnny.
Mahalo planning.
Had someone reach out from the show.
Oh.
We have an appointment with them later today. They're thinking about getting involved with Maui real estate from the mainland. So feel free, reach out anytime, call, text, send us a note, drop a comment. We're here for you. Till next time.
Ahui ho.